Well, Thursday night. Looks like I see some of you are saying hey to Brian and hey to Shawn and hoping that I'm okay. I'm here, I'm well, I'm fine, I'm good. Just excited to be here and spend another Thursday night with you guys. How many of you are excited for the training that we have available for you tonight? Just put yes in the chat box. I want to make sure you can hear me, make sure all is good. All right. I'm seeing a lot of you saying yes. Good deal. Awesome. All right. Well, good. Well, I'm excited to have you here. As you know, some of you are brand new. Some of you are joining us for the first time. If you're a first-time, attendee here for one of our Thursday night Inbox Inner Circle trainings, just say yes in the chat box for me so I know that you're here for the first time. All right, I see a couple of you. Victor, hello. Matthew, good deal. Ron, good. All right, Ron, Michael, good deal. Okay, well, there's some of you that are brand new. So just to catch you guys up, we've been doing these trainings ever since we launched our Inbox Inner Circle email marketing program. For any of the trainings that you have not seen, they are all loaded into your members area. There's a little tab that says Elite Webinars. If you go to that, you can watch the replays. The first 8 trainings that we did together, pretty much just 100% training, 100% education, just me walking through the program, taking you through some of the techniques that I've used and the techniques that I'm currently using to do really well in the email marketing space. And then when we finished out our first 8, which is the 8 that I promised to do, I polled all of our students and I said, hey, would you like for me to introduce you to some of my inner circle? You know, you're now a part of my, inner circle, and would you like to know the other people that are here with me, the people that I reach out to on a daily basis for, tips, tricks, techniques, the cutting edge things that are going on when it comes to email marketing, when it comes to lead generation, those kinds of things. And it was an overwhelming yes. And I don't know what webinar this is, what number. I think this is like almost number 13 or something like that that we've been together now in a row. So congratulations to those of you that have been here from day one, and congratulations to those of you that are just joining us. This segment is where I'm basically introducing you to some of the smartest marketers, some of my good friends, and people that have developed systems, software, strategies, and techniques that I believe are phenomenal and that I believe are of massive benefit to you and your business. They work, hand in hand with what I teach in Inbox Inner Circle. They, all they do is complement what we are already doing. And so tonight I have with us a couple of friends of mine. They currently have the #1 product. So these guys are software geniuses, right? They like to automate and make everything, I guess, automated and software-based, right? They've even taken some of my ideas that we've used, that we used to literally just use PDF spreadsheets for, and turned it into software. And they currently have the #1 software product on the entire JVZoo marketplace, which is a marketplace for online marketers and software and tools and things that marketers from all over the world can gain access to. And as of today, their newest tool is actually #1 in the entire marketplace out of thousands of sellers, thousands of products. They're #1. So these guys are great. Obviously, you can see their names on the screen, Brian Cos and Shawn Casey, and they've been around for a long time. Building software, building artificial intelligence stuff. I mean, there's some amazing things that they have built. But tonight, what I wanted them to share with you is a software that they built that helps you to generate leads. And by leads, I'm talking about new subscribers to your email list. How many of you are well aware that new subscribers to your email list is key if you want to be successful with email marketing? Just say yes for me if we're on the same page. I know some of you are new. So we want to make sure that we're all tracking, we're all the right place, we're all good deal. Good deal. All right. Some of you say you think that Shawn Casey's been around longer than me. Yes, he has.
Because I'm old enough to be your father.
I knew he was going to chime in on that one. You know, sometimes people call him Old Man Casey. I call him the Godfather because he's been around for longer. It's certainly longer than I've been on the internet, you know, doing anything really. And so, you know, look, one of the things I learned a long time ago, I know for a fact I'm smart. I have no problem telling you that. I'm extremely smart. I've learned an awful lot about what I do, how to do it, and how to teach you how to do it, right? But I've learned that over 10 years of doing this. You know, 9 years ago, I thought I was smart. And I still think I'm smart 9 years later. The difference is today I'm correct, and back then I was just full of myself. So with time comes wisdom, right? And that's one of the things that I think you should really focus on as you watch this presentation. You're watching someone who has developed this, who's literally been around doing this forever. Sorry, Shawn. But seriously, though, many, many years of experience. He's been through the ups and the downs, the dot-com burst, all of these things, right? Shawn's been around. He's been, you know, right in the heart of everything that's going on. And so you can figure, obviously, that when Shawn develops a software to fulfill, you know, and automate something that you need as a marketer, that it's probably going to be one of the best things on the market because he has years of wisdom, right? He's not going to get on here and tell you how smart he is just simply because he wants to, you know, because he's full of himself. He's going to get on here and tell you how smart he is because he's just that damn smart, right? He's got that much experience. So it was awesome for me. I shot him an email the other day. I wasn't sure who I was going to bring on this week. I shot him a text message the other day. Shawn and I are good friends, and I said, hey, look, will you come and do this webinar for me and do this training for me on Thursday night on this software because I think it's awesome. And so he agreed. And so I'm excited to have Shawn and Brian on here. They're a team. They work together. They've been doing this stuff for years. They're going to show you their new software. As you can see on the screen, it's called WebFire. And this is a tool that you seriously need to focus. You need to grab a pen, a piece of paper, take notes as they go through this. This is not a big hoopla presentation with a bunch of PowerPoints. They actually go into the software and show you exactly what it does and how to use it. How many of you would like to see the software that Shawn and Brian have built? How many of you would like to go through the software and actually see what it does, how it works, and how it can help you build your email list on a daily basis and just have brand new leads coming in every single day using the software that you know an extremely smart email marketer, time-tested, has built? Everybody says yes? Good deal. Awesome. Well, listen, what I'm going to do is shut up, know my role, and I'm going to let you guys have some time with Brian and Shawn. So Shawn, Brian, hopefully I did you and your software justice, but I'm going to let you guys take over, do a demonstration here, and obviously everybody don't forget we are giving away $250. We do that at the end of the presentation. That's my way to ethically bribe you to stay on, pay attention, listen, and learn. And at the end of the presentation, when Shawn and Brian are finished up, then I'll make sure to pop on here and announce our winner. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to let you take it over.
All right. So thanks for the intro there. And without further ado, guys, we'll get this show on the road, and we'll talk all about how to set the web on fire with traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. And all this stuff you can apply to essentially almost anything you're doing online, regardless if you have websites or if you're trying to build a mailing list or anything at all. You can apply what we're basically doing and teaching you right here. So once again, my name is Brian Kaz, and I'm joined by my friend and business partner, Shawn Casey. So, you probably know that the more traffic you have, obviously, the more money you can make. If you don't have much traffic, it's pretty hard to make a lot of dough. So here's my promise to you. By the end of this call, you'll be able to get your site or your offer on page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing in 7 minutes or less. And be able to get all the traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure that you need. Now, I know that probably sounds like a very bold claim, right? Yep, I thought so. Because you're absolutely right, but we'll show you how in just a few moments' time. So you don't have to take my word for it. I'll actually share with you exactly how that's done so you can see it. So how powerful is this info that you're about to learn? Well, here's just a few guys that have done exactly what we're about to show you and teach you on this call. So one guy right here, his name is Bill Dermody. He is actually a tennis store shop owner, so he owns like a local mom and pop shop. And he was buried by the big guys online. When he first got online, probably about, I want to say maybe 2 years back or so, he tried to make a website, and he found out that he wasn't ranked anywhere at all. All the major tennis sites, way outranked him, even for like the local terms and all that stuff. And he thought, that's just not fair. Why are all these guys ranked for terms that he should, rightly be ranked for? Well, within 3 weeks of using the methods I'm about to share with you, he was #1 on Google for all the local search terms that he wanted. In fact, that was actually over 3 dozen #1 search terms that he wanted, and we got him ranked for all those #1, and in many of those cases, he was actually #1, 2, and 3, and in some cases even 4. So he dominated like literally the first half of Google for those search terms. And ironically enough, when he initially got his site up, he was contacted by basically a rep from AdWords, which is the pay-per-click of Google. And he started to do some pay-per-click with them for all these terms that at the time he wanted to rank for. And this rep would usually call him back like once or twice a month or so, and she would always try to get him to increase his bid and spend more and more and more and more. Well, after he got ranked #1 for all these search terms, he asked her, well, is it really worthwhile to pay for pay-per-click when I'm now ranked for all those terms? And he told us that the AdWords rep advised him that he no longer needed AdWords anymore because he was already ranked for all that. So I thought that was a pretty amazing thing right there. But it doesn't just have to work for local markets. It can also work in very competitive ones. Like here's one, Will Sims. He started off from scratch in the weight loss niche, which obviously is a very competitive niche because pretty much everyone and anyone at some point in time probably wants to lose some weight. So huge, huge niche there, very, very competitive. And he had a brand new site. And by definition, usually the brand new sites are a bit more hard to rank than ones that have basically established themselves. So this stuff that he used right here, the methods that he actually used were so powerful that even for a brand new site, it worked very, very well. Well, within 1 week, he was ranking on page 1 of Google for his search term. And this is at no cost and no technical ability. Here's another one, Tom Martin. He wanted to rank a client site for a competitive keyword with lots of government sites on page 1. So this is a guy that not only used it for his own stuff, but he applied this to his clients. So he got clients to pay him to do the work that you can do that we're basically showing you and teaching you right here. And the problem initially was, he was trying to compete with not only some competitive terms, but with terms that had government sites ranking towards the very top. And if you don't know, government sites are notoriously difficult to outrank. Well, they originally were nowhere in Google with a site only a few months old. So they had a brand new site, only a few months old. They were nowhere to be seen on Google. In 1 day's time, he was ranking on page 1 of Google for his client's search term. In just 1 day's time, guys. And he got a check from the client for 5 times the yearly cost of Webfire, which we'll show off in just a bit right here. So, from day 1, he got ranked on page 1 and got that check for 5 times the value of what the cost of the whole thing was for him. So really, amazing, amazing thing right there. And you can apply all these methods that we'll show you here too. So when it comes to running a successful business online, it really comes down to needing 4 things: traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. Now, there are tons of ways that you can get each of these, but when you actually take advantage of all four, that's where the real money's at. And I'll show you how you can do all that 100 times faster and more powerful. So here are some of the most common ways of getting traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. There's content and article marketing, which is basically where you write content and put it out there online, or it's where you write articles and you submit to article sites and all that good stuff right there in hopes of getting some rankings and getting some eyeballs, seeing your content and, clicking that link and going back to your site or to your offer. There's also video marketing, which is where you create a video, you can throw it up on YouTube and all that stuff, and you basically get your videos out there with hopes that you mention your site and you drive guys from basically the videos to your site. There's forum marketing, which is a good one. This is where you basically participate in related forums out there in your niche, and knowing that there's a lot of guys that are basically interested in your niche basically talking on those sites, you can drive a lot of traffic from those sites to your own sites, and at the same time you build authority as well as backlinks to your own site, which can help your own rankings as well as give you an initial boost of traffic too. There's also blog commenting. This is where you find relevant blogs in your market and you start to participate in the comments or the discussions going on there. And that also can make you look like an authority and also help drive some backlinks to your site, which can help you rank, and also can start to drive traffic as well right there. Because basically at the end of the day, you want to be everywhere where your prospects are basically looking. You also want to do keyword research, and this is a big one that oftentimes I see guys completely messing up on. There's guys that do one of two things. Either they try to rank for a keyword that gets like 0 searches, so it's like a keyword that, hey, congratulations, you're ranked, but no one truly cares because no one else wants to rank for that and no one's searching for that term, so you might as well not rank. Or there's guys that try to rank for really, really, really competitive terms that, not only is all the competition out there trying to rank for the exact same term, but at the same time, they might be trying to rank for these terms that might get a lot of traffic, but don't really get a lot of buyers. And that's like wasting a ton of time for really no actual gain. And, the vast majority of people out there, I'd say probably 95% of marketers out there, or online business owners, or even offline business owners, try to go for keywords that they really shouldn't. There's also on-page and off-page SEO. That's basically on-page is all the stuff that you can do to your site to make it more likely to rank higher. So it's like making sure you have proper title tags, making sure you use the keywords you want to rank for on your site, and all sorts of stuff like that. Whereas off-page SEO is more of stuff you can do outside of your site to help you rank, like getting more backlinks to your site, having a social media presence, and all that good stuff right there. And don't worry too much about all that right now, because we'll cover that stuff in just a bit. And again, there's lots of other ways, but this is just some of the most common ways out there of getting traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. But all of these things normally take a ton of time to do, and they involve a lot of work. Here are a few tricks that can get you some great results in a lot less time. So here's some tricks to great results, and I'll go through these one by one here. So first, you can search for and find sites in your market that rank on page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing that you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. And this is a great way for you to siphon traffic from there to your own site. So let's say you never get your own site ranked at all. That's okay, because this method right here still works. You can find sites that do rank, on page 1 for terms that you think are basically relevant to you. And on those sites that allow you to leave a post, comment, or reply on there, you can check those sites out and leave a relevant, non-spammy post, comment, or reply. And this actually does 3 things. 1, it gives you an immediate boost of traffic because there's other people on those sites searching those terms, showing up on those sites, seeing your link, and then following through and checking out your site. 2, it gets you some extra backlinks, which are links from basically other sites to your site, which can help your own site rank. And 3, it gives you a lot more authority. And basically, it's, the more places you start to leave posts and comments on, the more likely people are to run into you and say, oh, hey, this is clearly an established guy in this marketplace or in this niche. Is someone I want to pay attention to and check out their site on. The second trick that you can do is you can identify lucrative keywords that the competition isn't targeting and place those keywords in the title tags of your websites or your web pages. And you want to look for keywords where there are either no sites or only a few sites with the keywords in their title tags on page 1. So if you do a search on page 1, so if you search, let's say Google, okay, and you type in a term, you see usually 10 or 12 sites that will show up on the first page of Google. If you look at the blue links on each one, or basically the links that you click on, for all the ones that aren't an actual ad, you want to actually see how many of those sites use the exact keyword you searched for side by side in that actual title tag or in that blue link. If there's only a few sites or less, you have a very good chance of ranking for that term on page 1 if you use it in your title tag. If there's no other sites that use that exact phrase in their blue link, you have almost a guaranteed chance of being ranked on page 1 for that term right there. And if you don't know what a title tag is or any of that stuff, don't worry at all at this point, because again, we'll cover how to make that all super, super easy in just a bit. But that's a trick to almost guarantee page 1 ranking for the keywords that you want. Number 3 is you can find forums and blogs related to your keywords that you can post on. And this is, again, a great way to get lots of exposure out there and get lots and lots of eyeballs going from those sites to your own site. So even if you never get ranked, you can still get tons and tons of traffic that way. You can also find other blogs that accept what's called guest blog posts that you can post on. So these are blogs out there that allow basically other people to submit blog posts to them, and they'll post it basically on your behalf, and they'll call you a guest blogger. And the post that you do typically can have a link back to your site. Again, you want to do it in kind of a non-spammy type way. But if you provide value, these places are far more likely to run your guest blog posts, and you can get access to tons and tons and tons of traffic on those sites and drive them from there to your own site and give you lots of authority and get you extra backlinks as well that can help your own rankings. You also can create other content like articles and videos to submit across the web as well, because the more articles and the more videos you make, the more content you can get out there, and the more likely you are to be viewed as an authority, the more likely you are to get lots of backlinks to your own site and rank higher, and the more likely you are to just feed basically what I call the traffic machine, where you're basically doing all this stuff where even if you get little bits and pieces of traffic here and there, it all adds up. And a cool trick that you can do to kind of do like 2 birds with 1 stone is if you write, let's say, an article on your topic, you can then turn that article into a PowerPoint too. So you can take an article, you can use it as a guest blog post, you could use it on your own website or blog, you can turn it into an article, all that stuff right there, but you can also turn it into a PowerPoint. So you can copy and paste the lines of your article into a PowerPoint, and then you can record yourself basically like reading the PowerPoint out loud, and that can be turned into a video. And then you can turn that, or you can upload that to YouTube and other sites like that, and you now have a video that you can hand out there and get even more traffic and backlinks going to your site. Another huge one is you can find questions that people in your market are currently asking, and you can then answer them. And that not only will get that lead checking you out, but lots of other people will have the exact same question and will follow your link to your site there. Now, this might seem like a super simple thing right here, but do not overlook this. In fact, I have a story that will just show how powerful this is right here. So one of the largest question and answer sites out there is Yahoo Answers. And people ask all sorts of questions, and you can answer them, and you can post links in the answer, or the resources, as long as it's not spammy. And one of the stories I have from this, which really shows off the power of this, was several years ago. I went to New Zealand, and I was in Auckland, which is the main city there, and I wanted to go horseback riding. And so I went to Google, of course, and I typed in some kind of search term like, I forget the exact one, but it's probably a search term like horseback riding near Auckland, or horseback riding Auckland, or some term like that. And nowhere on page 1 did I see anything anywhere near Auckland for horseback riding. I mean, I think I saw one that was like, a 5-hour drive away, and I thought, there has to be, a horseback riding place within at least a half hour or so of Auckland. There just had to be. Well, turned out there was a Yahoo Answers question that was ranked, and the question was a guy that's basically asking the exact same thing as me. He's like, hey, are there any horseback riding places near Auckland that are good? So I clicked on that. I went to the question, and I saw that someone left an answer saying, hey, there's a place that's about a half hour outside of Auckland. It's called yada, yada, yada. Here's a link to that place, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I found that site. So a day or so later, I show up at the place, and the first thing that the guy asked me, and I believe he was the actual owner, the first thing that he asked me was, how did you hear about us? And I said, well, what's really funny is that I couldn't find any sites that were ranked for horseback riding near Auckland, but I found a Yahoo Answers question that got ranked on Google, and I saw that someone said that, hey, you had a place a half hour outside, and that's how I found you. And he kind of chuckled then and said, you know what's really funny? And I said, what's that? And he said, well, about 2/3 to 3/4 of the people I asked that question to tell me that they found me the exact same way that you just said. And it didn't occur to him how big that statement was. Like, literally, he thought, oh, that's kind of funny. But, I don't know if he makes like, 50,000 a year, 100K a year. I don't know how much he makes off that. I could guess it's probably at least within that ballpark right there, but he was basically telling me that 2/3 to 3/4 of his business came from one single answer that probably took someone less than a minute to actually type out. So that's how powerful this stuff can be when it's actually done well. Another thing that you can do is you can follow proper SEO rules. Some of the big ones here are you want to have good, relevant title tags on your sites, on your blogs, on all that stuff right there. You want to have the keyword that you want to rank for. You want to have those in the title tags, because those are probably one of the most important factors in terms of ranking. You also want to use the keyword in the content itself. You also want to have at least a handful of relevant backlinks, not just random backlinks, but relevant backlinks. You want to have what's called a sitemap, which is kind of like a table of contents. You want to have image alt tags, which are basically naming the pictures or the images on your site. So if you have a site about zebras, okay, and you have a picture of a zebra, you want to make sure that the picture is called zebra, and you don't want the file to be like 11122.jpg, which a lot of guys have, because Google can't read the image, and if you name it, then they clearly know, that it's most likely about zebras, which are what you might want to rank for. You also want stuff like a privacy policy. That's not like a huge big thing, but it's a small factor where all that other stuff is more important first, but it's just another thing that they basically look at, and every little bit helps. But again, don't worry too much about the SEO stuff and all that, because we'll show you how to make that, again, super, super easy. Another thing that you can do is you can spy on your competition and see why they might be ranking above you. For instance, where are their backlinks coming from? What other sites are talking about them? Where are the owners talking on? What forums are they on? What blogs are they mentioned on? All that good stuff right there. And you can basically spy on them and see, where is all this traffic coming from? Where are their links from? Where are they advertising? All that stuff can help you basically take over that market. But even with these tricks, it still involves a good chunk of work, even though it's obviously worth it. But what if you could automate 99% of the work in getting traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure online? Well, stay tuned as we have a solution for you. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, there are literally dozens of things you can do to help get more traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. And there are literally dozens, if not hundreds, of different tools, even though not all of them are helpful, that can help make your life easier when it comes to getting traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure. What if I were to tell you that there's an easier way? What if all the tools you'd ever need were all in one area and even integrated with one another? Well, that's exactly what WebFire is and exactly what WebFire does. So with WebFire, you can instantly analyze your website and or market to get SEO suggestions, fix and improve upon its suggestions in minutes with our powerful SEO tools, submit press releases to top Google press release sites, which can help you get like instant rankings in the news and stuff. I mean, really, really awesome there. Create videos on the fly and submit them instantly to top video sites. In fact, this can, even help turn an article into a video instantly for you and submit them for you as well. As I said, you can turn those articles into videos even with optional human-like voiceover. So if you want to record your own voice, great. If not, you can have a human-like voiceover automatically do that for you. Very, very cool. You can instantly turn one article into dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of unique copies that read perfectly. And you can then automatically submit those articles to top article directories. You can find out what the hidden keywords are with several of our top secret keyword tools. You can submit your content across the web. You can instantly alert the search engines to end sites to new content that you have. So it's basically like knocking on the front door of Google and all those top sites out there and saying, hey, I have some new stuff, check me out right there. You can also get fresh leads of relevant questions people are asking in your niche on Q&A sites all at once. You can find high-value domain names, some already ranked, that you can grab. You can find leads of dozens to hundreds of forums and blogs in your niche that have new posts even in the last day that you can participate in. You can find top-ranked sites in your market that you can essentially, you can then leave posts, comments, or replies on to instantly dominate the search engines. And guys, this is like a huge thing right here. We have tools within this that can literally find all the top ranked sites in your niche and tell you, hey, these are all the ones that are ranked well, and they're all the ones that allow you to leave a post, comment, or reply on. So all you have to do is click, and then you can leave a reply or post on those sites and instantly dominate page one of almost any search term that you want. I mean, really, really, really awesome tool right there. And more, literally lots and lots and lots more. That's just the tip of the iceberg right there. So with WebFire, you truly get the unfair advantage. So what I'll do now is I'll actually pause the screen for a second here, and I'll actually show a live demo off where I'll do a handful of stuff live, then I'll show some saved searches and stuff that we've done with that just to make it go faster. So I'll just pause the screen for a second here as I switch on over.
I figured I might as well just chime in and do something while you guys are waiting for a second for Brian's screen to update. Go to webinar and always make things quickly. But welcome to Webfire. This is what the inside looks like, and you're absolutely going to love this. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so inside you'll see a members area that looks like this right here. And you'll see there's, lots and lots and lots of tools. All of these, by the way, are actual tools. You can click the blue button to actually launch them, or click the orange one to basically watch a walkthrough on that. We also have lots and lots of training and stuff, like we have some news pieces right here. So anytime we do a new tool, like you see right here, we have a new tool, or we actually have a couple new ones. Any upgrades, any updates and stuff that we do, you'll see them added right here. So we're constantly doing new stuff, as you can see right here. There's also some jumpstart videos at the top. So like if you're brand new and you want to see some of the quickest ways to use it, we have 3 short videos that you can use showing off some stuff where it walks you through exactly how to use some of the tools and what the results that you can get from that are. If you're ambitious and want lots and lots of additional training, we have lots of stuff down here. We have tons of articles. We have tons of like slides from workshops that we've done. We do lots and lots of live calls as well, and you get access to those calls. You can attend them live, or you can watch a replay of the past ones right here. And most of these will give like a description of what was on that call, so you can see if it's a topic that's of interest to you, and if it is, you can watch it. You can also download the PDF of the slides as well if you just want to go through that as well. So tons of stuff there. And of course, lots of extra slides and stuff there. So tons and tons of training and tons of tools. So what I'll do is I'll actually show off a handful of the tools here. We can't go through every one because we'd be on this for like 5 hours if we had to go through every one right here. And you won't have to go through each one because, again, we have training that basically teaches you, hey, which tools do you want to use in this case or that case, so on and so forth, and they're all super easy. So some of my favorite ones are the lead tools. So I'll just scroll down where it says lead tools right here. I'll show off some of the ones here. So one really neat one is called Omni Leads. I'll click that. And basically this lets you find leads in forums and blogs within any time frame that you want, and it will search for any new like blog posts or forum threads that contain the keyword that you're basically looking for. Now, if you were to search Google for, let's say, a keyword, yeah, you'd find some forums, but you wouldn't find all the new forum posts from the same day, and you wouldn't find like multiple posts in different areas. And in Google, the same search that you do on day one most likely will look the same way in a day or in a week or in a month. They don't change as much, whereas here, every day you can get access to new leads all over. I mean, in some cases, even hundreds of leads each day right here. So what I'll do is I'll just do one example off the top of my head here. And then if you guys want to type in some searches that you think would be cool to see, feel free to do so. So what I'll do is, let's say you have a website and you sell, I don't know, gun safes, okay? We can type in gun safes, and you can do like gun safe or gun safes, that's all fine. Then we can choose if we want to search for forums or blogs. And we can choose like the time frame if we want leads that are only a day old or newer, a week old or newer, or a month old, or any kind of time frame that you want. So you can choose your time frame there. You can also exclude certain sources if you want to as well. I'll just click search. Usually this takes only a few seconds, and boom, we see tons and tons and tons of leads of all sorts of different gun safes. So all of these are forum threads where people are talking about gun safes, or gun safe is mentioned on it. So lots and lots and lots of leads there, probably about 100 leads or so just in the past week on forums. And we can choose here like if you want to have like an exact match phrase, you can put quotes in there. I'll just show that off. So that's all easy stuff. So if you want them to appear side by side, you can do that. I'll do the exact same search there, and boom, we see lots and lots of leads. And in fact, let's do a challenge. Let's say instead of a week old or newer, let's find ones from just the last day. Okay. So we'll click search, and we're showing only the exact match right there, and boom, we see 2 exact matches right there just from the last day right there. And if we do, let's say, let's do gun safe without the S and C. You know, if we get even more there, that's the exact phrase right there. We get, oh, a lot more. So just if you drop the S, if you don't make it plural, you get even more exact match ones just from the last day. I mean, this is, wow. It's more than I thought. That's like probably 25 to 30 leads just from the past day, just on forums. You can do the same thing with blogs. You just click blogs right there, and we'll do a week old or newer for that. Still with the exact phrase with the quotes right there. And boom, we see a bunch of new blog posts from just the last few days right there that you can see that, again, you can jump on the blog post and leave a comment, or you can jump on the forums in the prior search and leave one as well. So, and this is a great way to not only get more backlinks to your site, it's a great way to look like an authority and also get more traffic to your site because you're finding people talking about all sorts of stuff. So what I'll do now is I'll let you guys, just so you guys know this is live, I'm not like doing any like made up pre-made searches or anything. I'll let you guys name some stuff. I'll do one or two ones live, and then I'll show you a cool trick that you can do with this, which is really neat.
Hey, Brian, guys, so if you'd like us to search for something that you guys want to promote, just go ahead in the question window and type in, whatever that topic might be. And, I want to add a couple things about this tool. So this is something that, we truly invented, and part of this technology we've actually filed for a patent on, because this is a search you can't do in Google. So you can go to Google and you can look up gun safes. And today you'll see a bunch of gun safe things. And you could even say gun safe forum and you'd find generically the forum. And tomorrow you could do that search and you'd get the exact same results. But what we've done is we have built an incredible search engine, literally our own search engine, that every single day spiders the web and picks up all the blog posts, all the comments, all the forum posts, all the forum comments, puts them in a massive database, so that what we can do is every day tell you the guy who posted up and talked about exactly whatever it is that you want to promote. So that guy that talks about a gun safe and is ready to buy a gun safe, and you can zap in there and go, hey, I saw you're looking for a gun safe. Let me tell you what I got. Hey, you're looking for weight loss? Listen, let me share with you, my experience. Come check out my blog post, and get my free information about weight loss, or internet marketing, or email promotion, or artificial intelligence, or whatever it is that's your topic. We have the only database that you can tap into literally in real time, get leads that were people literally talking about whatever subject matter you want in the last 24 hours, and go directly to them, to the very hottest people. These aren't even people that are searching. They might not have ever searched Google for the term weight loss, but they're posting up looking for help about weight loss, or looking for help about decorating their home, or looking for help about, whatever. Doesn't matter. Term like gun safe doesn't matter. These people are out there looking for help, information about something, and they're ready to make a decision. They're looking for information about insurance. They're looking for help with their dog or their cat or whatever. You can't pick something that people aren't talking about if you're in a market that has any volume at all available. So we have people typing in all kinds of stuff here: stop snoring, backyard composters, skincare, bed step furniture, which I'm guessing is the step because your bed is up too high, GPS tracking systems.
Hey guys, let me chime in real fast just to explain, because I notice a lot of people are given some ideas of things that you could type in, but I want to mention to all of you real fast. I told you that I know a lot of you in our training, you haven't been really, we're not so much concerned with, SEO and backlinks and things like that. So it may be a little bit confusing to you at first, but I want you to see where this relates to list building. Basically, what Brian's able to do in this example is put in a word, like gun safes, for instance, and search the web, find the people that are looking for or talking about gun safes right this minute, not yesterday, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, like Google does on their search results. It's literally up to the minute, real time. Here's the people that are interested in what you're trying to build your list for. So then you can click those links, go to those forums, go to those websites, go to those blogs, and you can post your own link to your own lead generation page. So let's say that I saw somebody talk about dog training, and I know you probably are programmed to talk about dog training because I talk about it so much now that I'm attempting to train a dog. But at the end of the day, if you were to type in dog training there, or how do I train my dog, or best dog training, best dog training online, and you search and you find people that are actually right this minute looking and talking about trying to train their dog on a message board. If you've built a little opt-in page that says, I've got 3 killer steps to training, to helping you train your dog. You can click on any of these links that Brian is showing you right now, dog forum, all of these places, and go right there, make a post, and say, hey, look, I've got 3 simple steps to help you train your dog. Click here now, and I'll send you the information. And when they click there, they literally just opt into your email list. So rather than you waiting for people to come to you so that you can build your list, you can laser in on the very people that you want on your list right this minute and go right out and get them. How many of you see the value in that when it comes to list building? Just say yes if you're tracking, you follow me, and you understand. All right, Diana, Shirley, Leon, Donna, Elaine, good deal. Shane, Walter, Ray, Richard. Okay, so I'm seeing now, okay, now it's out of control. Hundreds of yeses. Okay, this is a technique where you can go and build your list, and you are in control of how big you build your list. The more time you spend sitting here going to these websites and posting links for people to go opt into your list, obviously the more people are going to be on your list. But the one thing that's important to note about this is quality. It's always, and I think I've told a few of you this in our support desk, it's quality over quantity. I know people that make thousands of dollars and their list has like 3,000 people on it. But then I know people that will send an email to 1 million people and never make a single dollar. Now, why is that? Because the 1 million people that they're emailing are not quality. They're not interested in what they're sending. They're not interested in what they're promoting. They're not reading their emails. What this lets you do, you are able to go in and find the laser in on the highest quality traffic. The highest quality people for dog training would be the very people that right now today are talking about it. And you're able to go in and get those people to opt into your list. So I just want to make sure that now I see a lot of you saying, now I get how this could be used for email marketing. So I want to make sure to try to, relate this. Shawn and Brian, they didn't build this specifically for email marketers. What I did was I have this software. And so I was looking at it thinking, man, here are some really epic ways to use this as an email marketer and gain a massive advantage and be doing something that nobody else is doing. Nobody's doing this. So if there's nobody doing it, there's just simply no competition in building your list this way. It's not like putting an ad on Facebook or Google or wherever where you're competing with 7 billion other ads that are showing there. That stuff works, but nobody is lasering in like this using this software to build a laser-targeted, high-quality list. And that's the reason why I wanted to bring them on to show this. So I'll let you take back over, Brian, but I just want to always try to relate everything back to how it can be used for email marketing because that's what we've really been, obviously, so focused on lately.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, and as he said, like, if you want to go to these sites and leave like a post or comment and drive it back to your lead capture page or anything like that, you can. If your goal is to drive them to like a site first and then to a lead capture place, you can. If any way that you want. At the end of the day, this is all about driving the traffic anywhere that you want right there. And of course, if you help answer a guy's question, or if you help give them some valuable content or basically anything, they're more likely to trust you and then more likely to also buy from you right there. So as you saw, I just did the search for dog training. We have lots and lots and lots of requests. So a random one I picked here, it looks like Amelia said electric bikes, and I actually just got some last year. They're actually very, very neat things right there. So I'll actually do that search because I think it's a unique enough niche. But right here, I have yet to see any niche that you can't find leads for. I mean, in all this time, I haven't found one. In fact, we even had a guy, Shawn, maybe like a year back or so, said, well, that's all cool, but that won't work for me because I deal with petroleum trucks. And we said, okay, I bet you're probably wrong. I bet we can find leads. Well, we typed in a term like that and found, lots of leads of people asking questions about, petroleum trucks, people talking on forums and blogs and all that stuff right there. So I'll do electric bikes. I'll do bike first, and I'll actually do an exact quote. So we get slightly less leads if we do an exact quote right there, but it brings up essentially the quality a bit. I'll go week, older, newer, click search, and it takes a few seconds here, and there we go. So we have lots and lots of sites that are basically talking about, in this case, an electric bike. If I look for electric bikes or I add some more search terms, I can find even more there, but just tons and tons and tons of them right there. And you see, I mean, they're like bike forums and all sorts of good stuff like that. So you can do the same thing. So if your goal was to build a list of people that were interested in electric bikes, you can go to any of these places right here, jump on the discussions, leave a post, talk about hey, you have a a freebie that they can have if they join this page, or if they join this list of yours, or hey, there's some great info on this here, or anything that you want to try to capture that lead, you can easily do right there. And again, this works on forums as well as blogs. In fact, I'll just do the same thing. I'll search for blog posts, and I'll find again all the new blog posts in this case. And even a niche like that, boom, we have lots and lots and lots of new blog posts in this case about electric bikes. So I mean, you probably wouldn't think, hey, there'd be I don't know how many that is. I'd say easily 50 leads or so in the past week just on the blogs, and probably twice that on the forums. You probably wouldn't think that there'd be that many leads for a smaller niche like electric bikes, but there are, because again, anything you search for, you can find there. And the last thing I'll show you on this tool right here, this is actually a cool trick. So this is a trick where you can find actual buyers of almost anything that you want. So if you type in a keyword like, let's say looking for, you can put that in quotes right there, search forums, and I'll say one day older, newer. So all these guys right here are looking for something basically. Like here's a guy that's looking for a place to play pool. Here's a guy that's looking for a car of some kind. Here's a guy looking for some web design stuff. You can get some cool ideas with that. But what you can also do is if you type in looking for in quotes, and then after that type in your niche, you can find guys looking to buy all sorts of stuff. You can also find guys like looking to buy stuff off of Amazon, off a certain site. So you can build a list at the same time while finding buyers there. So really, really neat tool right there. And guess what, guys? So this was just one tool inside of WebFire. There's actually 27 tools inside of it right now and growing. This is just one, and incredibly powerful. So I'll show off a few more, and I have some saved searches too of some of the stuff to make it go a bit faster. So a related tool that we have to that is one called Macro Leads Fire, and we actually have a patent pending on this one right here. So this is a saved search that I did. Usually a search will take a few minutes or so, but I actually had the search done prior just to save some time. And what it is you type in a keyword like weight loss, and it will find 50 other related keywords to weight loss, and it will search page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing for all those different keywords, and it will actually post all the sites that are ranked on page 1 that are ranked for one of those keywords on page 1, and that also allow you to leave a post, comment, or reply. So if it's a site that's ranked but you can't leave a comment or a post, no one cares. It doesn't list that. So it only lists ones that it thinks you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. And so it lists the URL on the left side. It lists the keyword next to that. It lists the search engine that it's ranked on, like Bing, Yahoo, Google. List the exact rank. So 1 means it's number 1 on page 1, 10 means it's at the very bottom of page 1. Then it tells you the exact amount of monthly estimated searches for that exact phrase. So in this case, weight loss calculator gets about 60,000 searches a month. So obviously that's a lot of traffic there. And the estimated reach is the total amount of searches that contain that keyword, as well as some, ones attached to it, like best weight loss calculator or weight loss calculator for men, or stuff like that. So in this case, over 1.5 million searches a month. So if you were to leave a comment or a post on some of these sites here, you could potentially get exposure to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in some cases even millions of searches a month just for doing one post. And you can also sort by a score, which is a combo of the search volume plus the ranking. So if it's ranked higher and gets a lot of traffic, the score obviously will go up right there. So relevant to your list is, let's say you have a list on weight loss, okay? That's obviously, a very competitive niche, might be hard to rank for, terms like diet, weight loss, all that stuff right there. But instead of ranking, your own site there, you could leave a post, comment, or reply on this, on the sites, on the forums, and all that stuff that are ranked and are getting tons and tons and tons of traffic right now, and you could drive them to your lead capture site or drive them to your list and grow a big list off of that. In fact, one of the terms that ranks for weight loss, see if I can find it, there's one that ranks for, I think it's LA weight loss, and it gets, millions of searches a month, and it's literally a forum that, there's posts on the forum that are a month or two old that are still showing up on page one of the forum, that if you do a brand new post on it, or if you do a reply on that, even a month or two later, your post will still be there. And when those sites can oftentimes be ranked, number 1, 2, or 3 in Google, they can get millions of searches a month that you can get free exposure on. If we scroll down to the very bottom here, see all these leads, just tons of them. The estimated total reach of all of these, so if you were to leave a post, comment, or reply on all these sites, which obviously you don't have to, you would get free exposure to over 125 million leads a month. Again, 125 million leads a month, or million searches a month that you could potentially get access to. And if you were to pay for, let's say, Google AdWords, if you got like a fraction of just a percent click-through rate, like, let's say 0.1%, you would probably be paying, hundreds of thousands of dollars, at least in monthly ad costs to get, the same kind of exposure that you can get for free by just posting to these sites right here. The same thing can work. I have another example right here, the exact same tool, but I searched for diamond ring. And in this case, it finds, again, several related keywords like 5-carat diamond ring, blue diamond ring, cheap diamond rings, all that stuff right there. Finds all the sites that are ranked on page 1 that you can leave a post, comment, or reply on, gives you the search volume and all that stuff right there. And for, something like this, like if you're building a list related to, weddings or diamonds or anything like that, like one buyer here can oftentimes be worth thousands, in some cases even tens of thousands of dollars. Like, for instance, a 5-carat diamond ring. It's incredibly hard to find good ones like that, but the value of a good one can be well over 100 grand. In fact, a really good one could be valued at, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars right there, where, as Anthony said, you don't need a huge list to make a lot of money. You just have to have a targeted list. And this is a great way for you to basically target any kind of search term that you want and get free exposure on page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing in, again, a matter of minutes. And right here, total search volume in this case, if you add these all up, are over 28 million searches a month. So tons and tons and tons of traffic right there. We'll go through some other tools right here. Here's one right here. This is a neat one. This is the keyword domain finder. So if you want to try to build like a squeeze page or something like that, even though those can be sometimes harder to get ranked, if you have a keyword-rich domain name, you're more likely to get those ranked. So you can type in a keyword and it'll find several related, .coms, .net, .orgs, all those that are currently available, at least at the time of the search right here, that you can get for, the price of a domain, which is usually like, $8 a year or so right there. Like we see princetennisrackets.com, is available with 15,000 searches a month. So that's another great way that you can get free exposure to, a website site of yours if you're trying to build a list off of that. Another cool tool we have is the Q&A lead tool. This lets you type in basically any keyword that you want, and I know there's at least 2 of you on this call that asked if I could do a search for make money online, and by chance I actually had this saved search up, so you're in luck. This is one, it searches 2 Q&A sites at the same time, similar to the example I gave about the guy in Auckland that owned a horseback riding farm, how someone basically answered one question on Yahoo Answers and that was responsible for 2/3 to 3/4 of his business. Well, you can find all sorts of questions like that right here. So on the left side we have questions from answer.com. On the right side we have questions from yahooanswers.com, and especially on the right side, what's unique about Yahoo Answers is when someone asks a new question, you only have a few days to actually write an actual answer back. After that, you can leave a comment, but you can't leave an actual answer. So that's why you want to be aware of new questions asked. So if there's a guy like right here saying, how can I make money online? Well, if your list is about making money online, or if your product's about that, you could answer the guy's question, send a link to your squeeze page, or send a link to your site, or send some info so they can sign up to your list, or whatever you want right there. If you want to give them a bonus or anything like that, you can. And as long as you do it in a non-spammy way, you can get a lot of high quality leads there. And what's cool here is, don't think that that's just one lead, because as I said with the horseback example, these get ranked very, very, very high in Google, Yahoo, and all those. So anyone else searching for those exact same terms are likely to happen across these sites with these questions, and they'll see your answers. So over the course of weeks, months, or even years, you can get a steady flow of traffic coming in. In fact, I know a lawyer that one of the things he does to generate leads, he basically just answers legal questions on legal forums. So people are asking questions, and he'll go to like Q&A sites and forums and stuff like that, where people ask a question relevant to the law that he's basically specializes in, and he'll basically answer the question and say, hey, if you want extra help or a free consultation, sign up here, and I'd be happy to give you one. So that gets him a lot of really high quality leads, and again, just another great tool right there. Showing off some other stuff here. This is actually a very cool tool right here. This is the expired domain finder. Basically, you type in a keyword, and it will find several related keywords. It will search Google, Yahoo, and Bing for expired domain names that either recently expired and are still ranked, or are recently expired or have been expired for a long time even, but are listed on live sites that are ranked. So you can basically buy up these domain names for the price of a domain, usually like $8 a year or so, and you can forward the traffic from there to your lead capture site, or forward it to any site, any offer you want, or even an affiliate link you want. That's all up to you. So in this case, I searched for wedding photography and found lots of sites at the time of this that were expired but still ranked, that you can get exposure on. They're either ranked themselves on page 1, or they're ranked within a site that's live and ranked there. So what you can also do is, another great method to build a list is to also have like a content site of your own that gets ranked in Google and Yahoo and Bing and all that, you drive lots of traffic there, and then from there you get them to opt into your list. But one of the challenges with that is basically the SEO, or basically optimizing that site. So we made that super easy. We actually have a site analysis tool that you see right here, where basically you type in your website, you type in the keyword or so that you're trying to rank for, and it will basically analyze your site like so. And basically, in a nutshell, it will tell you, all the good stuff with your site. Will tell you if you have a good chance of ranking. It will tell you the bad stuff that you might have to fix. You don't have to worry too much about all the tech stuff right here. This just basically analyzes it for you. And if you don't know what some of this stuff means, like a title tag or a meta tag, well, guess what? You don't have to worry. You can actually click right here, and it will actually fix those problems for you. We also have a separate tool inside of here called SEO Inferno that's included with this. So you can click that, and it will fix up all the problems with your site very, very easily to help you get ranked fast and drive even more traffic, to your sites, which can help, build your list as well. There's also an advanced tab that gives you even more info that you can analyze, even more stuff, there as well. So really neat tool right there. We also have an advanced version of that where you can basically analyze huge sites all at once instead of just a single web page. So you can do that, again, very, very easily. We also have a bunch of keyword tools. This is a neat one where you basically type in a keyword like weight loss, and one of the challenges is if you're trying to get a page ranked, whether you want to build a list off that or not, it's very hard to know what you should try to rank for. So this will pull up 50 related keywords, and it will give you all sorts of info like the monthly searches, the exact matches, the broad matches, the amount of competition, like the amount of sites on page one that have the exact keyword in the title and all that good stuff right there. But we dumb the whole thing down where basically if it's a good keyword for you to go after, we highlight the whole thing in green. If not, we don't. So it makes it very, very easy for you to see which ones you should try to actually target based upon the competition, the search volume, and several other factors that we actually look at right there. Another cool thing, and this is actually a really great way to build a list fast, as well as try to rank your own sites and all that stuff too, as well as to basically become the authority in your niche too, is guest blogging. But one of the hard things with guest blogging, which we basically talked about in this talk, is that it's notoriously hard to find places that you can guest blog on. So what you can do here is you can basically type in a keyword like weight loss, and when you click search, it will pull up, this is actually a saved search that I did right here, it will pull up all these sites on weight loss that are blogs that allow you to do guest blog posts. So we have some special algorithms and stuff in place to find the sites that allow you to leave guest blog posts there. So when you do a guest blog post, you can leave a link at the end of the post to your opt-in page or to your squeeze page or to your special offer to build your list. So you can take huge advantage of huge sites with tons and tons and tons of traffic and really become viewed as the authority and get lots of leads that way. In fact, I know guys have gotten thousands of leads off a single new guest blog post that they've done, even if they're like a no-name guy to start with, if you just give some quality content out there. So you can search for this with any search term you want, or we also have a list. If you click on existing guest blogs, this is a list that we actually maintain for a variety of different niches like internet marketing, health, cooking, all sorts of stuff like that, finance, where these are some of the top sites that allow guest blog posts, and we have the links that you just click and you go straight to these submission forms right there. So very, very cool way to build a list very, very easily right there. What I'll do now is I'll go back to the main thing. I'll just show off maybe two more quick tools right there, and then we'll call it a day. We also have, just a side note, like if you want to get lots of content out there that you have like links to your squeeze pages on and stuff like that, one way is to create basically articles. You can create articles and you can submit them instantly with one click to top sites out there. You can turn one article into a bunch of high quality copies. So if you want to turn one article into like 100 or 1,000 that read completely unique, you can do that with the spinner right here and it will still read well, and then you can submit those to several sites here. We also have ways for you to, again, spy on your competition to see where they might be getting their traffic from, which can also mean where they're getting their leads from, and all that good stuff right there. And the last thing I'll show off is, again, there's just tons and tons of tools here that we don't have the time to go through everything on, but one really neat one which works really well for whether you're trying to drive traffic to a site or to a squeeze page is Video Firestorm. You click that, and you just click Create New Project, and you can choose to upload your own video, you can record your own voice, or you can turn text into basically a computerized voice. So that's a neat one right there. And this is where we create basically videos on the fly. So I'll say this is a pretend title. For keywords, I'll have Anthony, some other keyword, blah, blah, blah. For the description, I'll say this is a test video for the Video Firestorm tool. You can give links there. I'll say check out google.com, or anything you want right there. Then if you want, if you previously used the article spinner or submitter, you can take any article that made, and you can basically pick it from this drop down right here, and it will instantly turn it into a video. Or you can make one from scratch right here. Like I'll say this is a test. Check out how easy it is to make a video. And I'll say google.com again, just for the heck of it. And obviously you'd want to create a better one than just that, but I just made a quick one. Then you can choose the backgrounds. You can upload your own backgrounds, all that stuff right there. I'll just choose a basic one right there. The font, I'll leave it all at the default stuff right here. You can have it be HD, so I'll leave it at that right there. Now I'll click Create and continue the next step. And in a second here, we'll go to the next step. And you see it creates 3 slides, and it will turn into basically the video. Now, if you want to make the font larger and stuff, you can. I just kept it at the default. If you want to add like pictures or backgrounds, you can do all that. If you want to actually record it with your own voice, you can click on these slides and actually do just that. Or if you leave it as is, you can automatically have a male or a female voice read off those slides for you and turn it into a video. After that, you just click Save. And then on the next step, what it essentially does is every 15 minutes, our servers create videos. And so it might take you like a minute, or it might take you 15, depending upon when you click that. And once it's done, it sends you an email saying, hey, we created the video for you. And then it says, would you like to submit that video to the top video sites like YouTube and so forth? When you click yes, it will walk you through that. And in one click, you can actually submit your videos to those sites, and you can get ranked on those sites, because we actually have some training stuff available with some keyword tricks to get ranked really well on YouTube. And at the end of your video, or the description of it, you can have a link to your lead capture page, and you can drive a lot of traffic and leads from watching your videos to signing up for your list right there. So Google loves itself, with YouTube, and this is a great way to get ranked and take advantage of all that right there. So that's just yet again one more tool inside of WebFire. The last then is, if you're completely overwhelmed and you're like, wow, there's so many tools here, what can I possibly do without my brain exploding? Well, 2 things for you. One, we have the 3 Jumpstart videos right here. Each one walks you through like a simple 5 to 15 minute trick that you can do to use like one or more of the tools to accomplish something like getting lots of traffic, getting free exposure on page 1, making money as an affiliate, building a list, all that stuff right there. You can watch and follow it right there. Or you can use the multi-tool, which actually just walks you through basically everything. So it says, hey, do you have a website yet or not? If you say no, you don't, it will walk you through that stuff. If you say yes, I do, it'll walk you to the next step, like have you run a website analysis? You can say yes, I would like to. If you say that, it will analyze your site right then. If you say no, it will go on to the next step, so on and so forth. Then it'll walk you through the whole thing right there. And the cool part is, if you leave and come back later, it will save where you left off. So that's a really neat thing right there that you can do as well right there. So you won't have to be overwhelmed or anything like that. So with that, I'll pause my screen and I'll go back to the slides. So give me just a second.
While you do that, Brian, let me jump in for a minute. So,
Sure.
you know, I know a lot of you guys are like, because I'm watching the comments, you know, it's like holy, and then, you know, put in a bunch of characters that say words I'm not supposed to say on a webinar, especially when it's being recorded, that my mother might hear. But, you know, this is awesome. There is a boatload of tools, different ways to use this, and a lot of you guys are like, oh my God, you know, I can see how I can do this, and I can promote this, and, you know, truly, I mean, because I'm talking to people who, you know, have, you know, GPS trackers to medical issues to everything else. You know, you can generate leads, promote sites, do anything you want to, your own products, affiliate products, multiple things, multiple sites, everything else with all these tools. Now, some of you, I think, are looking at this going, good Lord, how am I ever going to figure this out? Well, what Brian showed you at the very beginning is the fact that every single tool not only has training explanation how to use that, we have shortcut videos at the very beginning of the members area that just say, like, if you don't do anything else, just like watch this 15 minutes of videos and you get the highlights of the first 3 or 4 things you can concentrate on to see results right away. And then there are like 15 or 20 webinars. I mean, there's hours of training. You can immerse yourself in all these different ways to generate leads, emails, traffic, sales, as you get time. But we've got, you know, kind of the fast track for people like me, probably like most men. We don't like want to actually like look at the map or read directions or anything. We just want to like go. But then as you get time, you can also expand your knowledge base in how the tools work, how to best leverage them and use them to best advantage. But don't feel like, you know, you have to have understood and learned every tool that we just showed you. You know, we're just kind of giving you the highlights, some ideas of everything you can do. All the in-depth detail, follow-up, all that stuff is all inside the members area. And on top of that, we have truly, you know, the world's either best or second best support. It might be second best after Anthony's, but the head of my support teams worked with me for 12 years. WebFire's been around for 3.5. I mean, and she's been on top of it every step of the way. So, you know, if you ever get stuck or you're not sure what's meant, we are standing by to help you because we've been doing this for a while. So, Brian, I see you're back on the screen now.
Yep. All right. So here's some more case studies from actual WebFire users. So you saw like 3 or 4 towards the start, and here's a few more. So here's one, Derek Kemp from Maidstone in Kent, UK. He's a website owner and an internet marketer. He got his own site from page 2 to page 1 of Google for Make Money from Home in 1 day, which is a notoriously hard niche to actually rank in. And he got that ranked, again, in 1 day. A client of his followed the suggestions our site analysis tool suggested and got that client of his ranked on page 1 of Google in minutes. He recommended WebFire to the rest of his clients and made more than 2 years worth of WebFire amount already. So he made 2 years of WebFire's cost back already just by suggesting it to his other existing clients because it worked so well for him and his one client right off the bat right then. Another one, David Smith from Australia. He's the very definition of a non-techie. 6 weeks before WebFire, he couldn't even use Microsoft Office. And this is what he said, not what I'm saying. This is his words here. He made his first sale online ever using WebFire. He says his traffic stats are now on an upward trend for the first time ever. Here's another one, Beverly Henry. She owns a custom luxury home building and remodeling business. She was hurting for new clients with the crash of the real estate market. She had a website ranked nowhere online and got 0 leads from it because no one could find her. So again, she was getting 0 leads because no one could find her. Within 1 month of using WebFire's tools and tactics, her site ranks for 96 highly relevant keywords, many dominating the very top of Google and getting new leads. Within 1 week of having some work done, she reported for the first time ever having a prospect or having a lead call her, telling her that they found her online and they're looking to build a luxury home through her because they liked what they saw. Now, in this neighborhood, a $1.5 million house is cheap, and on that would mean a profit of at least $150,000 net at that price. So essentially, that's a $1.5 million lead or more just by following what we did here, using the tools and following through on this here. So again, as Anthony said, you don't have to have a huge list, you just have to have a targeted list. In this case, one lead could have been worth over $1 million right there. Here's another one, Jeff Eskow. He's very appreciative for Webfire. He used tons of other SEO tools promising easy rankings and traffic, says they never worked out for him until Webfire, and that nothing else even comes close. His main NFL site is now #4 on Google and #1 on other search engines for his preferred keyword thanks to Webfire. Now this is a super competitive keyword and a super competitive niche, and I know everyone in the US obviously knows that NFL stands for National Football League, which is huge in the States, but if you're not in the States, obviously football is absolutely huge and very hard to rank for any term like that. Well, he got to it using Webfire and using the tools and stuff that we teach there. And he has lots of other sites that he's been using Webfire on, and he says all are climbing up in their rankings. Here's another one, Tom Martin. His words, not mine. He says he feels like a friggin' superstar. His site is only one day later, his site is on page 1 next to government sites. He used another Webfire tool to also get an article ranked for the same keyword, also on page 1. So a double whammy. He got 2 page 1 rankings for that same term right there. He said he paid for 5 years of Webfire through a performance-based contract already. Here's one, Judy Jacques. Now, I actually spoke at an event in Australia a ways back called the World Internet Summit, and as part of that, they did what's called the World Internet Summit Challenge, where there's basically, at that point, there was a challenge to help rank an existing business. Now, initially, I wasn't the one in charge of that. Like, there was like another guy that was meant to do the challenge, and then literally like the day I was meant to fly off to head down there, I was asked by a host of that. He's like, hey, we need some help. Can you help with this challenge? Yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, what are the details? He's like, well, here's 2 websites that she has. We want to get ranked for these terms, and we only have a couple days till we can show this stuff off. And literally, keep in mind, I had to board a plane in like a few hours time. So I rushed out there, and I got I got some stuff set up prior to my flight. And by the time I landed, I checked it a little bit later to see what was all done. And you'll be amazed at the results that we got. So we took the challenge and used the tools inside to help market one of the lucky attendees. And now, in this case, Judy and her husband both had a wine tour business in Australia, and also a wine tour franchise business as well, where they were selling franchises for $25,000 on top of their normal wine tour business. So here are some of the results that we got right there at the time of the challenge right there. So this was a couple years back or so, and here's what we got. So here's some right here where we're ranked for stuff like Gold Coast wine tours, Brisbane wine tours, Queensland wine tours, #1 and 2 for all those right there in the US as well as in Australia. This is actually a tool we have inside that can track the rankings and all that. Brisbane wine tours, again, lots of #1 and 2s right there. Queensland wine tours 1. And that was for their main wine tour franchise site. Now for their, excuse me, not their franchise one, that was for their main wine tour site. Now for their other site, which was the franchise site, we got them ranked for tons of #1 terms like winery tourism franchise, New Zealand wine tour franchise, wine tour franchise, Australia wine tour franchise, and also you see about 2/3 down, this is a huge one. Wine tour franchise, #1 right there. So awesome, awesome stuff right there. And you know, I had no idea that at the time she also got her own copy of WebFire and took massive action with it after we showed this off to her and what we did for her at that time. Now, she was on a live WebFire call a ways back. We do some training calls on it, and she mentioned that she uses it on over 300 websites of hers and has gotten great results with it. And she credits WebFire with getting her tons of online traffic, rankings, leads, and money. So with WebFire, you can get, again, top analysis tools, cutting-edge SEO tools, powerful press and news release tools, awesome video creators and submission tools, top-rate article creation and submission tools, state-of-the-art lead and ranking tools, social media tools, proprietary form and blog tools, a whole set of keyword tools, never before seen domain tools, and so much more, as you saw. That was just the tip of the iceberg right there. Now, some of the smaller features you can find for anywhere from $97 to $300 or more per month each. Others you might find for literally thousands of dollars a year each. And many you won't find anywhere else because they are proprietary to us through patent pending applications that we have there. But nowhere will you find them all in one place and integrated so well like WebFire does. So I'm going to have a special offer for all of you on this call right now. First, you are actually going to get 70% off of WebFire for a limited time for everyone on this call right now, but that won't be all, guys. This is absolutely huge. So here's our challenge. First was to create the most powerful, comprehensive, suite of tools in existence, but price it so everyone can afford it. So are you ready for this right here? Our promise was that everyone can afford it, but create the most powerful set of tools out there. So who has $49? That's right. So with membership option #1, for $49 a month, you get access to everything you saw and more. Everything inside of WebFire you get right there for $49 per month. Plus, you'll get $50 in pay-per-click ad credits too. We have some special deals set up with some pay-per-click ad places where in this case you'll get $50 in free ad credits that you can use to buy traffic to a squeeze page or any website or any offer that you want right there for free on us. But who would like an even better deal? So membership option #2 for $199 every 6 months, which is $33.17 a month. You can also get access to, again, everything there, but you can save some extra dough, and you'll get $100 in free pay-per-click ad credit. So again, you can get free traffic using the tools, but we also give you credits that you can use on actual ads through some large partners that we have, like advertise.com, AdWords, so on and so forth. But who would like an even better deal? All right, so membership option #3. For $347 annually, which is less than $29 a month, you'll get access to, again, everything you saw, the best deal out there, plus you'll get over $250 in pay-per-click ad credits, okay, that you can use on those sites right there completely free. So this is the best deal. If you were to find this outside of this call right here, you'd have to pay over twice that as the normal special deal. So this is a huge, huge special offer right here for $347 per year. That's less than $29 a month. You get access to all the tools plus $250 in pay-per-click ad credits just as a bonus thrown in. And you get 3 special bonuses for membership option #3, which is the $347 per year only. So these 3 bonuses are only for the yearly option right here. Bonus #1, you get Omni Leads alerts. So instead of using just Omni leads each time, which was the tool you saw that found leads on like forums and blogs that we did at the start live. You can use that, of course, with any of the memberships, but if you get membership option number 3, you'll get Omni Leads alerts thrown in free, which on top of just allowing you to do a search, you can save a search, and each time you log in to Webfire, it will show you what the new leads are since your last time that you logged in. So you can automatically have it do the searches that you saved from the prior time. So it's a great way to get lots and lots of new leads. Membership or bonus number 2 is you can pick one of the following. So I know some of you might have one of these, or some might have one thing that appeals to you more or less. So we'll allow you to pick one of the following 2 here. Just email our support with your receipt, and they'll pass one of these 2 on to you. So the first is Traffic Zombie. This is where you can instantly reward your visitors with whatever you want, whether it be a free ebook, a newsletter, a discount, a video, so on and so forth. And in return, they'll basically instantly be able to promote your links and websites virally across the web on Facebook, Twitter, blogs, so on and so forth. So basically they go to your page, they see an offer from you where it's like, hey, get a free ebook or get access to my free newsletter or get access to this or that in exchange for you sharing this link on Facebook or sharing this link on Twitter. And when they do that, it creates viral traffic. And this is also a great way to build your list because one trick that we've done with this is when someone opts into your list, on the confirmation page of that list, so once they opt in, the very next thing that they see can say, hey, how would you like to invite more people to this list? If you share this link to your squeeze page on Facebook or Twitter, give them a free bonus in exchange, and the software automatically gives them that bonus, automatically makes it super easy, so in one click they can share all that stuff right there. So very cool tool. Or the second option is you can choose Tsunami Sites. This is a very, very neat tool where you can easily create content-rich blogs with a couple of clicks, just a couple clicks of a button, and it'll create sites that are already optimized towards your keyword, and it will fill it with content that you don't even have to write yourself. It will automatically pull the most viral traffic that it can find from sites that allow you to reuse the content. So these are very, very good for especially getting extra traffic from social media sites like Facebook instead of just Google, because you can get viral traffic that people are likely to share, and you can automatically get that posted to your site. So that's the site maker to put like basically blogs on complete autopilot with that. So you get your choice of whichever one. Just email our support with your receipt if you go for the $347 per year option, and you can get one of those for free. And the biggest bonus right here, bonus number 3, Webfire 3.0. So we're in the middle of coming out with Webfire 3.0. The current version is 2.0, and it is going to have some massive changes for the better. Some huge, huge changes. In fact, it's being like almost completely revamped from the ground up. Now, when version 3.0 comes out, the price to normally get version 3 will be $297 per month. So almost the same price as what is now per year. It will change to be that per month, and I'm not kidding. But if you get the yearly option right here, you'll get grandfathered in at your $347 per year rate if you buy now only here, and you'll get Webfire 3.0 included for free. And the estimated time will be pretty much any time around right now. So it's we're mostly done with it. We're just testing out a few things. We have a few last things to do. So most likely within the next month or so, we'll get that out right there. Now here are some future features of what Webfire 3 will do. First, it will have a desktop component that you can keep on your desktop to help analyze your sites daily and handle real-time updates and suggestions. So we'll still have the web-based stuff, but there will be a small download that will sit on your desktop, and it will analyze your sites every day and it will handle real-time updates every day and suggestions every day, and it will monitor all that stuff for you on a daily basis. So that's super cool. So if rankings go up or down, it can tell you, and it can analyze why it goes up or down at the same time and help adjust that stuff for you automatically. Very, very cool right there. It can also instantly email sites in your market with pre-written templates that will help get you more traffic, guest blog posts, featured ads, or exposure online. So literally it will reach out to people in your market for you automatically over email to help give you maximum exposure out there. Nothing else even remotely close to this out there. That's a huge, huge feature by itself right there. You can also quickly and more easily reply to forums and blogs, as well as track posts if you want to outsource it to workers. So if you saw like the OmniLeads tool or the MacroLeads Fire tool inside of WebFire, if you're like, wow, that's really awesome, is it possible if I could like outsource that to a worker to just post on those? You can, and you can also keep track of all that in version 3 now. So instead of just having someone post on those, you can actually track all those now within version 3. So that's really neat right there. There's also a cool top secret feature to spy on your competition and literally take their top traffic sources from them with a click of a button. So literally it will identify their top traffic sources, and there's a cool proprietary feature that will actually help you literally steal that from them ethically. Like literally a click of a button, you could get the same traffic sources as them right there. This is too like top secret to basically even say exactly how or what it does, because we're waiting until it's out and live, but very, very cool one right there. I'm really excited for that right there. And we also have an advanced secret feature to get even more leads. So we have some really neat stuff that deals with artificial intelligence that will help get more leads directly to you right there. And again, too top secret to even mention exactly more details on that, but just know it will be very cool, and again, it will be included for free. Now, with that too guys, if you get the special deals right now, regardless membership option 1, 2, or 3, again, you can stay at that price. It's not like we'll raise the price on you ever, so that's all fine. But if you get the membership option 3, which is the annual, which is the best deal, not only will you be locked in at that rate, just like all the other ones, but you'll get the free upgrade into version 3. So if you get membership option 1 or 2, you can still keep version 2 and still use that for as long as you like, but it won't be the free upgrade into version 3. But if you get, again, the annual option, you'll get that free upgrade right there. Now, and with that, guys, WebFire gives you an incredible triple guarantee that no other software company dares to offer you. Guarantee number 1, use the software for 30 days, and if you're not satisfied for any reason, simply notify the support team and get a 100% refund. WebFire guarantee number 2, you'll be on the front page of Google, Yahoo, and Bing within 7 minutes using WebFire and following the simple directions. We already saw how you get free exposure in minutes, so obviously we can guarantee that for you if you use it and follow what we say. WebFire guarantee number 3, you'll get free traffic to your site or to your lead capture page or anything you want within 24 hours of when you start using WebFire. That's how powerful this is, and we can guarantee that. So start today, get free traffic tomorrow. That's WebFire's triple guarantee. If we don't satisfy you for any reason, you get a 100% refund. Plus, you can keep the pay-per-click ad credits just for trying out WebFire. That's right. You try it out, you don't like it, not only do you get 100% of your investment back, but you can keep the pay-per-click ad credits just for trying it out that we throw in there. Plus, you can keep all the articles, videos, leads, traffic, and so forth that you can get with WebFire as well. So that's right for this special webinar deal right here. Only right now you can get 70% off of WebFire from as little as $29 per month if you go with the annual option. That's 70% off for webinar attendees right now. But to get that, you have to go to webfire.com/Anthony. Again, that's webfire.com/Anthony. And again, it's all backed by 100%, money back guarantee, a 30-day risk-free guarantee for any reason at all. No fine print, no shenanigans or anything like that. Any reason at all, perfectly fine right there. And guys, as you saw, this is web-based, so it works on a Mac as well as a PC. For version 3, when we have a small desktop component that will work alongside the web-based part, that will also work on a Mac as well as a PC right there. So pretty much as long as you have a computer, you'll be perfectly fine. And again, lots and lots of training available. We really, again, top-notch support. Any question you have, we'll always get back to you in 1 business day or less. Oftentimes, way faster than that right there. But we are here to help you. We have lots of training available. Right when you log in for the first time, there will be a jumpstart video training that you can watch to get familiar with everything right there, to make sure everything's set just right so you don't have any issues. And then you can use the jumpstart training to go to specific areas that you want to, and every tool again has a walkthrough, and lots of good training available right there. In fact, some of the training in the calls that we've done literally is better than some stuff that I've seen guys charging thousands of dollars for, yet you guys get access to all that stuff for free on top of 27 tools inside of here. So again, to get access to all that for as little as $29 per month with the annual option, and to get all 3 of those special bonuses with the annual option, you have to go to webfire.com/Anthony. Now, if you don't go to that link, you'll be charged at least double the price that I mentioned right here. So again, the monthly, instead of $49 a month, will be $99 a month. The yearly will be, again, over twice that price right there. So make sure you go to webfire.com/Anthony. That lets us know that, hey, you are on this call. So not only will you get the special pricing, but on top of that, you will also get those 3 special bonuses, including the version 3 for free, which, again, that is a huge deal right there, because we will charge a lot more. I mean, the per month fee for version 3 will be $297 per month, which will be, again, like almost the exact same price that you guys pay for, per year right here, and you'll get access to all that for free. So again, go to webfire.com/Anthony. And again, if you have any questions at all, you can feel free to ask those right here, and Shawn and I will be happy to answer you. Shawn, if you see any questions, feel free to shout those out, and we'll try to answer as best as we can.
Hey, Brian, do you mind going to the, will you go ahead and go to the link, webfire.com/Anthony? I see a few people that are just asking which one of these options do they click, because it's not real big on the screen. So if you can click on it and just go there real fast and show them. And just by a show in the chat room, everybody, will you tell me how many of you enjoyed this presentation tonight? Go ahead and say yes for me. I'd like to see if you enjoyed this, if you think this is some next level stuff. Are you glad that I brought these guys on and invited them? Very good. Very good. Very good. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of you say yes. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, we're always trying to bring value and make sure that when we take your Thursday nights and have you guys on here, that, like I said, even though we've moved into kind of the phase where we're training plus selling, I want to make sure you get a ton of value out of this. And then obviously, if you want the software and you want to work with the Webfire software, that's great. You can grab it from Shawn. As Brian showed you right here on the screen, the one on the far left of your screen, right here where he's moving his mouse, that's the one that's the $347. So that's the one that's going to come with the bonuses, the upgrades, and all of that stuff at no charge. So, so that's the one that a lot of you are asking me about in the chat. And then I saw some of you just saying, hey, look, I'm still working on Inbox Inner Circle. Should I get this? Is this a good compliment? Whatever. Well, I can assure you that we will never bring anybody on here to show you anything that isn't suited for a newbie. Okay, that isn't something that's like newbie oriented. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. If you're new, this is great. This is a great tool for you. Most of the time, marketers, they get too big for their britches, as my dad used to say. They would they think they're better and bigger than all of the nitty-gritty stuff that can be done to be successful. And this is the nitty-gritty, right? This is the stuff you do when you first start off to make sure that you have the advantage of building your list with laser-targeted, quality, laser-targeted and laser-quality traffic and subscribers. So this is something that I think is phenomenal. I think the training was phenomenal. Obviously, I think that so many of you have already chimed in. Go ahead and just say, I've been watching this, but also doing a couple of other things here, like selecting our $250 winner and stuff like that. How many of you, by a show of, just say yes in the chat box, how many of you have gone ahead and taken advantage of this and got your copy of Webfire right now? Just say yes for me. All right, Leon, Jose, Amelia, Paula, I want to welcome all of you. Irma, very, very good. Joe is in. Awesome, awesome. Very, very cool. Colin is in. Peter is in. Let's see. Maria, welcome aboard. Very good. Zaria, Dawn. Looks like Gabriel is working on it. Very, very cool. So a lot of you getting in on it. Now some of you, I can't even see your names. It's coming in so fast. That's GoToWebinar just kind of blocking me out. So great. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, this is a very inexpensive investment in yourself and in your success. That's what you should look at it as. It's not a real big expensive software. You know, we've brought some people on that have some epic trainings and epic software, and they've been really expensive. I like to, you know, I kind of look at it from a different perspective. I look at from value first and price second. Because if I bring something on here that's really cheap for you and I just say, hey, look, here, this is real cheap, you can all get it, well then what good am I really doing you? That's a disservice to you. I'm spending your time and your Thursday night as well as my time and my Thursday nights training you, educating you, and then introducing you to things that, I wish I had been introduced to, I guess, when I first got started. So I want to make sure that I bring things on that work, things on that bring value, and things on that can actually help you find your little niche, your little pocket of success in this big, big internet world. So I do believe that this software and what Shawn and Brian have put together gives you a very big advantage over everyone else. I believe that it gives you a very easy way, simple way, even for somebody that's not very technically savvy, to be able to build your list laser targeted, so you're not having to worry about trying to build a big list. You just build a good list. And that's why I wanted to bring them on. So I'm really glad that that all of you, and I see a lot of you saying that that you've got this, you appreciate it, and that it's too cheap. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, again, they're updating this or upgrading this, in the next little bit, and so obviously. The price is going to go up. For those of you that get in on the annual fee, you're not going to, like you said, they're making a deal for you tonight to make sure you're grandfathered in. But for everybody that buys this, once they upgrade it, it's going to be a couple $100 a month, which is more in line with what it is actually really worth and what I see tools like this actually sell for online. In fact, we have a tool that doesn't do half the stuff that this does, and we actually pay $850 a month for it. It's a testing software. We pay $850 fee per month to use it. So lots of software for marketers is really expensive, and I thought this was a really good deal. They were willing to make a special price for you guys and give you the bump to their next version at no cost. And so I thought, hey, that would be really beneficial to my students. And I always like to bring value. So I'm going to turn it over to them to answer some Q&A. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner of our $250 cash prize, and then that way those of you that are just sitting on anticipating a $250 prize, you can, if you have no interest at all in the question and answer period for Webfire, you can hop off. We'll be fair to you. And then for those of you that have questions, want answers, and are still kind of on the fence but have a couple of questions you might want to ask before you make your decision, well, you'll be able to sit here and Brian and Shawn will stay on with you as long as needed. And I see some comments from you guys like Pearline. just said that you have one comment. It's a great session. You loved it, and thank you. So I appreciate that. That's really, really good to hear because we spent a lot of time putting this together for you. So with that said, I'm going to announce the winner real quick, and I encourage all of you to go to that URL right there, get your copy of this, lock in your discount, lock in your upgrades, and all of that stuff, and then also the bonuses that these guys were willing to put together for you, which is really awesome. All right, so tonight's winner, $250, is Dan Sickles. So Dan Sickles, you've won the $250. So congrats to Dan. Everybody say congrats to Dan for me. Everybody say congrats, Dan. We all like to be good sports. Don't forget, next week, same place, same time, we're actually going to go back to training next week. Okay, so I want you to all be aware of that. Training next week. There's going to be a lot of training. We're going to train on email domination, so it's just going to be a completely new training for you. Do not miss it. If you miss it, you will regret it, and I may not even send a replay of it next week. That's how serious I am about you being here, so do not miss what's coming next week. Dan, I'll be sending you an email, and Brian, I'm going to let you take back over and do some question and answers.
All right there, so good stuff right there. So again, guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask there, and we'll do our best. So, right, there's a question here asking, I guess, what a squeeze page is. That's basically just like a lead capture page where you send traffic to, and then you turn the traffic into leads that go to your list. So, again, with WebFire, you can send the traffic anywhere you want. If you want it to go to lead page or squeeze page, you can. If you want it to go to like a normal website or a blog, you can. If you want to send it even to like an affiliate link, you can do that. There's lots of different uses that you can do, and we explain again all that within the training and stuff here. And yes, this works on a Mac as well as a PC, and yes, it is web-based software. With version 3, to take advantage of even more power, there will be a small downloadable file that will work alongside the web-based stuff, so every day can check your stats and all that, and take advantage of extra processing power and extra feedback and stuff for you right there. But again, it will still work on a Mac as well as a PC in all cases right there. All right, so yeah, and as far as this goes, guys, I mean, this legitimately is an insanely awesome deal. I mean, pretty much every guy that we've ever shown this to, I mean, have basically told Shawn and I, like, why the heck are we selling it for, as cheaply as we actually are? And, truth be told, back in the day, we actually considered charging far more because the value's there. But, we wanted something that we could have, like, basically the average Joe, the everyday person could basically afford to, get their business off the ground, to help their website, help, get them leads, help with their business, all that good stuff right there. And, it's not about, how much it costs, it's about the value that it gives. And when you have, this many tools all working for you, finding new leads, in many cases people are looking to, buy right now, asking questions and stuff in your niche, just one lead in some cases can be worth hundreds to even thousands of dollars. In the case of the one, case study that you saw, the lead was worth $1.5 million, okay? And that just goes to show the power of this. I mean, so if you look at the price of this, I mean, it's insanely cheap compared to the value that we give right there. So don't mistake it just because, it's a, cheaper tool. Don't think that the value isn't still astronomically huge right there. All right. And yes, so to get the 3 bonuses, you have to get membership option number 3, which is, as Anthony showed you on the sales page, it's the far left one. It's the best deal. That's the one for $347 per year, and that again, you'll get locked in at that price, as well as you'll get version 3 for free, and you'll never have to pay an upgrade fee or anything like that right there, and you get all those bonuses for free right there. And if you pay the $347 per year, that's actually less than $29 per month. Otherwise, you can jump in at the monthly of $49 a month, or every 6 months of $1.99. So that's all completely up to you at what you know, fits your budget the best right there. All right, this is actually a great question right here. So Anit asks right here, says that, you know, I'm so new to do this. Could I use a virtual assistant to help me set it up? And the answer is yes. You can use a virtual assistant. In fact, we have plenty of clients that have a virtual assistant help them with this. Another question that I saw earlier was, can I use this on clients of mine? Can I use it to help them as well? And the answer to that is yes. So you can use the tools to actually provide a service to other people that you actually charge for. I mean, we have lots of people that do just that. And as you saw, you know, even in the examples that we gave, we have guys that were getting paid hundreds to even thousands, you know, to even thousands of dollars to do simple things that our software did in a matter of minutes. Okay. So again, we have lots and lots of training on all that stuff available for you. So pretty much, if you can think of a topic, we've probably covered it in our training there. And that's all available for you, whether you're looking to build a list, whether you're looking to be an affiliate marketer, whether you're looking to just get ranked, whether you're looking to, you know, market to local businesses, whether you're trying to rank, you know, your own business. All that training we have available for you. Really top-notch stuff right there. All right, here's a question right here. This person asks here, you had mentioned Amazon seller, could you please elaborate on that? So on the Omni Leads tool, I basically was saying how you can search for any kind of lead that you want, and one trick that you can do is, let's say that you're just an affiliate for, let's say, Amazon, okay? You could type in a keyword like, you know, looking for, or, you know, looking to buy. You can put that in quotes, and then you can add a term like Amazon, and it will find everyone out there that's saying, you know, looking to buy or looking for, and then, you know, having that in close proximity to someone also saying Amazon. So they could be saying stuff like, hey, I'm looking to buy this. Does anyone know of, you know, any good ones on Amazon, or, you know, some kind of keyword like that, where you can find guys that are actively looking to buy it right now. And if you're an affiliate of Amazon, if you want, you can just send them your affiliate link there. If you have your own products or services, you can sell that. If you just have, you know, if you just want to build a list with that, you can send them to your squeeze page or your lead capture. I mean, that's all up to you. Okay. And yes, here's a great question right here. The person asked if they could become our affiliate. So once you're a member, all members get access to a special affiliate link. So you can right there. So once you get in, you'll have access to all that right there. All right, and Shawn, I know there's a lot of like questions and comments, and I know lots more are being answered. If you've seen any that I missed or that I haven't you know, answered yet, feel free to shout out those questions.
Actually, Brian, I was going to suggest to people, if you asked a question and we didn't answer it yet, you can put it in again, because there literally are so many people on this call and typing in questions that you're getting them in faster than we can see them sometimes. So if we didn't answer it out loud, or I didn't type an answer, you can put that question in again, or if you have a question you didn't get a chance to ask yet, just throw that in the question box there, and we'll be glad to answer it.
All right, here's a question right here asking if we build the site from scratch. So this is not a site builder. This basically helps you get, you know, free traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure for basically anything that you want out there. So if you have a site, or you want to build one, or you have a squeeze page or an offer or an affiliate link, you can easily get lots and lots of traffic and rankings with WebFire to that. Now, having said that, you could go to a site like blogger.com and make a free blog in a matter of like a couple minutes, and they even host it for free there. So, you know, not having a site is not any excuse at all, because again, you can make one in a matter of minutes and be perfectly fine right there for free. And we also have training on how to do just that as well. All All right, Carl asked here if you can set up a series of basically autoresponder emails with this. So you can drive, again, the traffic to anywhere that you want. So if you want to send them to, let's say, a squeeze page or a lead capture where they go into your autoresponder, you can certainly do that. So, if you follow Anthony's training, it's all about how to build a list and grow a list and, mill offers, those lists, so on and so forth. You can grow that list with this tool right here. So that's why, again, they really complement each other really, really well right there. And yes, this is a special limited time deal right here. So if you want to take advantage of that, you have to act, again, right now, very, very fast. You have to go to webfire.com/Anthony. And again, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's completely risk-free, and you get to take advantage of, all those bonuses if you go with the annual option right there. And on top of that, all of these are massive discount deals of up to 70% off what the normal price is, and that's on top of the bonuses that you won't get anywhere else but right here too. And so on top of a huge, huge discount deal, you also get the bonuses that you won't get anywhere else but here right now. All right, so again, the three options are either $49 a month, or $199 every 6 months, or $347 per year. And that last one includes, again, all three of the huge, huge bonuses, including being grandfathered into version 3, which is, coming out very, very, very soon. Again, you'll be locked in at that special deal, so you'll never have to worry about an increase there. All right, Shawn, do you see any that I've missed, or do you have any comments that you want to chime in on?
Sure. Yeah. There's several people have asked, hey, if I don't have a website yet, or I'm just an affiliate, can I use Webfire? And the answer is absolutely yes. We have a lot of people who start out, they don't have their own website yet, or they just want to promote as an affiliate because they're really just, in that learning stage. And so Webfire, as you saw, for instance, the lead tools that Brian showed you allow you to generate traffic specifically for anything you want. So even if you didn't have a website, you could do that. And inside of Webfire is a whole bunch of training. You saw initially when Brian logged in, there was a bunch of stuff there, but at the very bottom, when you join Webfire, the first thing you want to do, there's 3 short videos, and you want to watch those videos. Doesn't matter if you got a website or not, you want to watch those because they're what I call the quick start videos. So they're there to get you a quick start, like, okay, this is the most important stuff you need to know, because we've got a whole lot of stuff in there and a whole lot of tools and everything else, but this will give you the quick, like, okay, here's the fastest stuff you can do to get the best results with the least possible effort. At the bottom of that page, underneath there, all the 27 software tools and all the links and everything are 15 or more recordings of webinar trainings we've done. And several of those, and especially the early ones, and you can see what's on the webinars, because almost all of them have a link, so you can actually download the slides from the webinar in PDF form, so you can actually, because they're all training webinars, you can just click and you can see a PDF file, so you can see what the webinar is about before you even watch it. But and there's descriptions of them, but several of them we specifically go through how to promote products just as an affiliate, whatever you want to do, and we tell you how to do that with everything from videos to generating leads to do whatever you want to do. So you can do this even if you didn't have a website. If you do have a website, of course, it applies to generating traffic to your website, to your squeeze page, to generating leads, to building your list. You literally, I mean, we have people doing everything from being affiliates for some really basic services to people who actually use this and provide services to other people. In fact, somebody's asking me, so, what would I charge if I was providing services to local businesses? We actually do that as a business. We own all this software. We actually employ our people to use it. We charge a minimum of $997 a month for the SEO services that we provide for businesses around the world. And some of them pay a lot more than that every single month. for the services that we provide. Now, Brian and I don't personally do them. I mean, we'll look over the plan for a business if we need to, but we have trained people that do the work for us. And so, our cost actually, sort of outsourcing it to our people is maybe like 15 or 20% of that. Of course, if you do the work yourself, you'd keep all the profits, and Webfire has all the tools to do that, from analyzing the website to promoting the website to generating links to making videos to doing all kinds of different things that you can do to promote a business if you wanted to make a business out of selling services to other businesses, which is an unbelievably massive market, of course, because there's like 100 million businesses around the world that are looking for services. So you can do that. We've got people who literally are in finance and generate mortgage leads for themselves. We have people that are in the real estate business. We have people that sell petroleum trucks, like literally trucks that deliver oil and gas. People that are in the gun safes, business, as well as things you think of like weight loss and what. People, literally span the gamut. And that didn't come out. Anyway, I'm tired. It's been a long day. But and we have literally users in about 130 countries around the world. So one of the things I can't remember because we went through so much demo, but if you search the lead tools in a foreign language, they will generate results in that language. And as you might have noticed in the keyword tools, you can actually choose different search engines. Like you can choose like the German version of Google, google.de, to see what, how something ranks in German in Google in Germany. And this is seriously incredibly complex software that's been built. So you can do as little or as much with it as you want to. And if you're a complete newbie, you can literally start at the beginning and learn and use and grow and get as complex as you want to down the road. You're not going to do that overnight, of course, and that never happens. But you can learn how to literally go out tomorrow, go watch the quick start video, literally learn to go out tomorrow and immediately be able to generate a lead. You can use the OmniLeads tool that Brian first showed you, and literally if you're promoting weight loss, you can type in weight loss and bam, there will be an amazing number of results that you can immediately go find leads for weight loss or dog training or car insurance or life insurance or mortgages or whatever you can think of that you want to promote. You could immediately be tomorrow seeing people that are looking for whatever it is you're trying to sell. Literally, instantly, there's no waiting. That's one of the amazing things. Most people think about this and like things like search engine optimization, SEO, and things about, well, I've got to build a website and then I've got to wait for Google to find it and everything else. And that's all true. And it's all good when we can get free traffic that way. But there are a few people on the planet as impatient as me. I don't want to wait a week or a month for Google to send me traffic. I want to be able to go get stuff immediately. I want to be able to push a button and get results. And that's how many of these tools got created by us inside of Webfire. We were paying people to manually do stuff like, okay, go find all the people that posted like something about this in a forum so we could go sell them stuff. Well, so we automated stuff that used to cost us a lot of money for outsourcers to do, so we could literally push a button and go, oh, look, here's all the people that want to do this. Great. Let's go get in contact with them. Let's show them what's available. Okay? And, we use this to promote, our products. We use it on behalf of clients. We have thousands of users that use this software. As you can see, whatever you can possibly think of that you want to promote, you can use Webfire to do that. And again, if you're a rank beginner, that's okay, because we assume in our training that you know nothing, because we have people that start at the very beginning. And if you're advanced, you'll just fly through the beginning stuff and get to the advanced stuff as fast as you want to be. And then if you're super advanced, you'll just skip all the training and start using the tools, which is fine, because you can do this at any level that you want to. So with that, Brian, let me turn it back to you now that you get a chance to catch up a little bit.
All right, guys. So again, lots of questions. We've been answering them as best as we can right there. So really, this is the best in terms of like tools to help you get traffic, rankings, leads, and exposure out there online. Regardless, if you're just an affiliate, regardless if you have your own sites, regardless if you have clients that have their own sites that you want to use this stuff on. and really you need to have this right here. And to get this really awesome, sweet deal right here, you have to go to webfire.com/Anthony. And again, it's all completely risk-free. Again, it's backed by a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee for any reason at all. We have top-notch support that will always get back to you in 1 business day or less. Oftentimes, it's much, much faster than that right there. So again, we're here for you right there. And if you have any problems at all, you can always just write support@webfire.com, or better yet, in the members area, there is a help desk right there. So you can submit a ticket right there, and in case there's an email issue or something goes to spam, you'll always see it at least within the help desk right there as well. So really top-notch stuff right there, but you have to act on it right now to take advantage of the special deal at, again, webfire.com/Anthony. And again, Shawn and I are here to help you guys, and our support team is here to help you guys with anything and everything that we can, with this right here. And we truly stand by our tools because, I didn't make these tools to sell to you guys. I mean, these initially were made because it was like, wow, it'd be really, really useful if we could do this, this, and that. So we make the tools to do, this, this, and that. And then we thought, hey, it'd be really useful if we could pass this on to, other people out there that could get just as much use, if not more, out of it than we can right there. And we found there's a lot of people are absolutely loving this, having just a ton of great case studies and just a ton of luck with the software. And and it's because again the software is designed to work for you. The training is made to help you. This isn't one of those things where if you're thinking, well, will the software work for me? The short answer is yes. If you make it work for you, if you actually use it, it will work for you, because I've yet to see any niche or any market that this can't help with. So it's just a question of if you're willing to actually use it and follow, what we say and actually use the tools. If you do that, you can have awesome, awesome luck with that right there. So again, have to go to webfire.com/Anthony. Shawn, is there any last minute thing you want to add before we wrap up this this call?
Not particularly. I want to thank everybody for who's joined. We want to welcome all you guys. Again, watch the quick start videos, please, because it's going to get you started super fast. Because there's so much inside of there. I don't want you to just be like, I'm going to learn everything at once, because then you'll get overwhelmed. And what I want you to do is start using WebFire, get results, and then you'll be like, this is so cool. And then you'll keep going and using and learning and get the benefit of all this great software. And then if you get stuck, as Brian said, there's support tab right inside of WebFire. We've got great support. They will take good care of you. If you've got any issues with ordering, you can contact support. I mean, they know we're doing this webinar, but obviously it's getting late, at least here in the East Coast of America, where some of us are. You guys over in Australia that are just getting rolling in midday, this is good for you. But if for some reason you send an email a little bit later tonight to support, you don't get a response tonight, don't panic. It's not like we closed up and disappeared. It's just, everybody got to sleep sometime, okay? But, we'll be on top of things. Take care of you guys. And we appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate being able to share this information and training and resources with you. Anthony, as always, we appreciate you and your friendship and allowing us this opportunity to share with everybody. And so we are looking forward, guys, to working with you all. And thank you very much. And Brian, I'll let you wrap it up, and that's it.
All right, guys. So once again, just go to webfire.com/Anthony. If you have any questions at all, if you have any issues, like if you had a card decline or anything like that, feel free to email our support, which is just support@webfire.com. So if you had a card issue or or anything like that, don't worry at all. They'll make sure to sort you through, right there. But again, you have to jump on this right now to get again 70% off right now and get all those bonuses and all that right here. Again, go to webfire.com/Anthony, and again, this is the cheapest deal that you'll find out there for this, and it's the only one that you'll get all those bonuses with as well. And again, it's all backed by a 30-day, money-back guarantee. So with that, guys, thanks for being on this call. And if you have any questions that you have more questions or anything that we accidentally missed, again, feel free just to write support@webfire.com, and they'll be happy to answer you. So take care, and thanks to those of you that joined, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks much. Bye-bye.